Hi. Good to see you all. Cheers. There you all are. Well, the sun set too early for my eager taste. My lungs hadn't gotten their fill. If my beating heart let me lie in his bed, another day would pass standing still. So I walked out in the moonlight, hands in my pockets as she walked by. I gave her a smile, and I stuck to the sideway, 'cause it was going my way. Yeah, the world had decided to get out to me for a while. As I roam, so much to show how I'm nothing have grown. Well, I saw her in a smoky bar, decided to give it a try. I threw a few back, I gathered my courage as the minutes they passed slowly by. Well, her name was Melina, and she swore that she'd seen me before. Her back to her place, she smiled as she kissed me, and she took both my hands and pulled me in through her front door. Oh, yes, I'm wrong. So much to show how I'm not and have grown. Well, it's the boys' night out on the town. Man, we're throwing them down just as fast as our wallets can spare. And we talk loud and we're in a crowd. The bouncers bought town, dozen boyfriends starting to stare. Dave wants to fight, but I'm holding him tight, and we're kicked out in the streets with our friends. But we feel great and we don't hesitate to jump in a cab and ride off to the next bar, starting all over again. Yes, I'm broken, so much to show how I'm not and have grown. show how I'm not and have grown. Well, hey, how you all doing? Oh man, I'll tell you what, I'm happy to be here with you. Was touch and go for a little bit. Yep, this room has been sullied by many great musicians over the years. Yep, I don't know how many of y'all have been to Lake George, New York, but it's a beautiful little town, a summer hotspot, and man, the folks that own this place, King Neptunes, have been friends to us for a number of years, and that's been really it's one of the really amazing things about being a musician, and being a particular kind of musician, the kind of musician that plays a lot of gigs all over the place in lots of little spots. You meet a lot of people along the way, a lot of good people. And it is one of the sadnesses of this year of us not being able to be on the road. Not only do we not get to play for all of our fans, but we don't get to cross paths with all of the shady characters that run all of the shady clubs and bars and theaters and festivals all over the place. But you know, it gives us the opportunity when we do get a chance to reconnect. Well, it just feels more special than usual. I know you know what I'm talking about, so it is nice to be with you. I wasn't sure it was gonna happen. Y'all, we are like a week and a half away from the Ramble. That's crazy. That's crazy. We're talking a lot about Ramble plans. Pretty exciting. And man, I can't wait for it. We are announcing our full artist lineup. In fact, if you want a sneak peek at it, you can go to getrambled.com, where Judy, our chief den mother, has posted all of the musicians that are playing, and who knows, there might be a few more surprises still in store, musically speaking. Anyways, we have a show right after this ends, so this will be, as you know, brevity is not a strength of mine, but I am supposed to keep this a little tiny bit shorter than usual, which means I should shut up and play some music. What do you think? Your daddy told you he would rise above the rundown shadows of this town you love. Bussing tables seems to pay the bills. Your mama's legacy, your test of will. Your ragtop angel, your amazing grace. Time to gamble on the life we chase. Take a last look out on turn the key and we're gone. Who cares if Monday there'll be hell to pay? We got miles to go and I'll be driving slow, and we are taking off today. We're taking off. Always knew that you'd be the girl for me. Went on about the places that you'd one day see. But months and years can flash like fireflies, till all you're left with is the passing time. And you ragtop angel, your amazing grace. Time to gamble on the life we chase. Take a last look out on, turn the key and we're gone. Who cares if Monday there be hell to pay? We got miles to go, and we driving slow. We are taking off today. We're taking off. And I've had notions about this skeleton town. One lucky storm could blow the whole place down. And there you're standing with your eyes like mine. Dare it all to take us down this time. Take a let's look out on, turn the key and we're gone. Cause if Monday there be hell to pay, and we got miles to go, and now we driving slow, and we are taking off today. We're taking off, na na na, eh, na na na, eh, na na na, eh, hey, hey, na na na, eh, na na na, eh, na na na, eh. We're taking off. Okay. Now for some challenges. I think that this year playing music for you gatherers, it's been like a good mental challenge for me to juggle the songs and the lyrics. I'm like on phase 2 because there's still a lot of songs that I want to share with you that I have not shared yet, but even I'm like kind of committed internally to the songs that I do know, to trying to retain them so that I can play them for you again. Anyways. I've been all throughout this town. I hear words around. I have sniffed around. You've sat in your easy chair with your wisest stare and your high class air, and I will say goodbye. First I will confess that I just can't understand all the things that you know best. You run like a well-made car. You can go real far. You can purr and roar. But you were built for the open road, not this locomotive with its heavy load. And I will say goodbye. First I will confess that I just can't understand all the things that you know best. You act like a child to me, speaking knowingly when you just don't see. And I would like to turn you inside out to make you have some doubt of what it's all about. And I will say goodbye. First I will confess that I just can't understand all the things that you know best. Look at me like I'm pressing your luck. Another way for you to pass the buck, yeah. And now we're saying goodbye. Look at me, I see the smoke in your eyes, the fire burning on a compromise. Now we'll say goodbye. It's no show when you go, when you go. Here it is. You should know it's no show when you go. That's the last you'll see of me. But I thought you were smart enough. When life got tough, you could call its bluff. Chugging up to the could've heads, though it makes me sad. Yes, you were just a fad, and I say goodbye. First I will confess that I will never fucking understand all the things that you know best. All the things that you know best. Woo. AC ain't on in this place. It's getting toasty. Woo! That was an old school song called Things That You Know Best. A song about heartache and bitterness. I love those. Okay, this next song is one that I shared for the very first time maybe a month ago, give or take 3 or 4 months, for the very first time on the Gathering series. It's a really early song that I wrote called Mighty Big Fall. Comes from a time when I was really struggling to get gigs. I wanted to be I should say, right? I already committed to being a musician. I was writing all the time, and I was working so hard at learning how to play the guitar and learning how to use my voice. And there just weren't a lot of people out there that knew who I was, that wanted to listen to me if they did know who I was, and even less people that wanted to hire me as a musician. And sometimes I think about, and I still do this to this day, I think about my story, my path, the path that I have walked and continue to walk. And sometimes during the hardest times, the mantra that I use is just keep the story going. Just keep the story going. Sometimes just reminding myself that I don't know the end of the story and that I have to keep the story going is enough to get me into the next day, you know? So this is little me sitting in, I don't even know if I was in the basement yet, writing a song, trying to remind myself to continue the story. It's called Mighty Big Fall. seen a little destiny and desolation present and apparent in my willful mind. And I'm intrigued by the things that I cannot define. And fate tells a cyclical, sordid type story of muses and abuses to the end of time. And I live for the melodies therein I find. And inspiration comes and goes at a precarious crawl. And if I stop listening to the music in my head, I surely have nothing at all. And it seems like a mighty big fall. Well, I hear a humbling, jumbling bundle of harmonized letters that appear in lines. They bound and resound in the echoes inside of my mind. Money's consistent with the innocent and the affluent, turning and burning to the march of time. And my standard of living's in consistent decline. And inspiration come and go if it's coming at all. And if I stop listening to the music in my head, I surely had nothing at all. It seemed like a mighty big fall. I'd like to capture a moment in time, put it under my pillow at night, wake up the next day to find a whimsical daydream potential materialized before my eyes. I could be the utmost desirable, inspirable person, apparition you could ever find. If running in circles could compensate for wasted time. And inspiration comes like spring, go like the fall. And if I stop listening to the music in my head, I surely had nothing at all. And it seemed like a mighty big fall. And it seemed like a mighty big fall. Yeah. Little old me writing my first songs. It's fun to get to share them with you. We talk about this a lot at the gatherings, right? they invited me to go down and play at the Grand Ole Opry tomorrow, right? Or Radio City Music Hall. I'd even take House of Blues in Boston. These would not be the songs that I would choose to share. And it's not because they're any more or less important to me. It's that they feel like sketches, you know, personal sketches and diary entries. And I love the fact that we're comfortable enough that I can share those things with you all. And you know, man, when I see an artist that I love, my favorite stuff of theirs is always the sketches. I'm glad I have sketches. I'm glad I have fuller paintings. All right, how about I'll go even older than that. One of my very first songs that I ever wrote. Working on a dairy farm in Cookstown, Ontario. I had never played for anyone before. I didn't tell anyone that I was becoming a songwriter. I was sitting behind a barn. I'd just gotten hired on a dairy farm. My first day of work was the next morning, up at 3 a.m. for the first milking. I had no idea what that even entailed at this point. It was a rainy day. But you know, like a drizzly rainy day, where you still get a little bit of the sun, not enough for a rainbow. Maybe there's a rainbow somewhere, but the sun was going down. I was sitting on the open side door of this nasty little gray van I had bought and I was living out of. I was behind the barn, overlooking the cow pasture, and I was playing this. Riff. And it's a simple riff, right? I mean, that's a pretty simple riff. But for me at the time, that was really hard to do, and I was just trying to figure out how to move my fingers on both sides of the guitar in different ways, right? To make that all happen. And a couple cows wandered up from the pasture, kind of stood in front of, like, my van was right in front of the fence, and I was kind of facing the fence over the pasture, and the cows were on the other side of the fence, kind of staring at me for a little while. They weren't there when I started. They were officially my first audience, I think. So I decided that I would write a song for them. Yes, it's corny. But I can be corny with you a little bit. It's okay. You got a strange way of saying hello. Your tail's swinging slow. And I wonder what's behind those dull stares. But I'm happy for the company, so I guess I don't really care. Who the hell never knows where this and that may go? But for now, I'm just happy playing to the cows. Well, I never thought myself as the eccentric type. Since I got that label, well, I guess it's alright. And the hazy sunset slowly fades before my eyes. And I wonder what I'd be doing if under different skies. Who the hell ever knows where this and that may go? But for now, I'm just happy playing to the cows. The sound of tinging fills my ears as the rain falls down on my van. Maybe it'll keep the skeeters away from this tired farming man. And as darkness creeps in, my eyesight slowly melts away, and the dazzling greens of the fields slowly turn to darker shades. Who the hell ever knows where this and that may go? But for now, I think that for now, shit, I'm just happy playing to the cows. Yep, that happened. Yep. Okay, well, there was more to the list that I wanted to share with you tonight, but I'm going to play this song just because it feels right today, and then we're gonna sing a song together, and it'll be a little. We're gonna end a little sooner than we normally do, so I can get to my gig. But you know, today, what I feel grateful for the most is, when we play, I feel grateful for a lot of things. As I talk about often, right? Um, and there's a lot of things that I'm grateful for today, but in this particular moment, you know, when we do gatherings, and for the next 4 nights, we're going to be gathering with the full band. We're going to be in our little seated acoustic setup as we do, but I am so looking forward to these next 4 days. We're partnering with the Fairport Music Festival. We're raising money for the Galazzano Children's Hospital in Rochester, New York. We're doing some awesome socially distanced live gatherings, and it's gonna be great. And I love everything about being on the road with my band. Well, not everything, but I love so much of it, right? I love being on the road with my band, and I love playing shows with them. But it is a whirlwind. Lots of things to plug in and do and carry, and it's just it is rare on a band day, even when I have to race across town to find a place with decent Wi-Fi, for me to get some minutes of just getting to settle. And it's particularly cool that I think that I get to get that feeling while being on stage, arguably in front of 100 times more people than we're actually going to be playing for today. So I'm grateful for that. Living with what I got. You know I don't have a lot. I can't feel good on the inside when I don't do right on the out. When they call my name, I will be ready to give it a shot. 'Cause I'm lucky to have what I got. Yes, I'm lucky to have what I got. I'm keeping on day to day. I think I might find a way, 'cause I can't stumble into a good thing when I'm standing still in the dark. When they call my name, I will be ready to give it a shot. 'Cause I'm lucky to have what I got. Yes, I'm lucky to have what I got. The voices of the fallen say you might as well be dead. But I'll just keep on living it out instead. 'Cause I'm lucky to have what I got. Yes, I'm lucky to have what I got. I'm thinking on getting by. I'll give it another try. 'cause I can't find luck in a doorway. When I soak in back of the room, when they call my name, I will be ready to give it a shot. 'Cause I'm lucky to have what I got. Yes, I'm lucky to have what I got. Yes, I'm lucky to have what I got. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind at our back. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. Play it, son, when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to loud, good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glass. Let us drink to this time that we have. For these moments pass lightly and won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us and all we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, yes, to the drink that we share. Well, this was fun in the old band apartment. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks to my friends from Ezra Group and Rally Sound for joining us tonight. helping to moderate. Thank you to our friends from Well Told for supporting what we do. And man, it's going to be a whirlwind rest of the week with the bandies along with me. And a lot of crazy Fairport and Rochester fans. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Psyched to have you along with me. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you tomorrow.